Definitely not the shed quarters. For those of you who don't know, I've been turning about 12 months, and the purpose for me being here is to be able to show that if you want to make something, you can make something in the shed realistically within probably about an hour. Although I timed this whilst I was doing my practice runs and it was taking me 2.5 hours. So for boredom's purposes, what I've done is I've cut out the sanding. So it's going to be a Blue Peter style demonstration. I'm going to turn the back, turn the tenon, swap over to another piece that I've sanded, sealed and finished, hollow out the inside, and then swap over to another piece that's been sanded, sealed and finished, and then cover it with embellishing wax. And I'll show you how I really enjoy seeing the grain come live in the wood. So without further ado, I'm just going to crack on, get it turning. This is a piece of ash, purchased from Yandles. If you've got any questions whilst I'm turning, give me a bit of a shout. If I don't know the answer, there's plenty of people here who do know the answer. So I'm going to start turning probably about 12,000 revs. 12,000, 1,200. That's router speed, that isn't it? Team router. Do a nice face cut first of all. A little bit too high. Make everything's secured in. Back up to 12,000 revs. Wait for it to get up to full speed. And then take a nice face cut so we've got a level playing field to play with. Slow and steady, precise cuts. The wood's mounted on a woodworm screw, just for ease. It also acts as like a depth gauge for whilst I'm turning. Quite happy with that. Using a set of calipers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the left-hand fork onto the left-hand side, but keep the right-hand fork away. And marry them up. As you can see there, these are set to fit perfectly in the jaws in expansion mode, so we'll get them in, open it up, and keep a nice tight grip. Switch from a parting tool now, working on the outside. We'll create there, and now we'll work. Is it struggling to
what diameter?
to 1 second? Just over 50 mil. And normally I like to have about a 10 millimetre for wide foot. It gives plenty of meat for the teeth to grip hold of. Now I make this a little bit shallower than the actual inside, so as it's pressing out, it's actually got something to press against, as opposed to try. If you make them the same depth, it's potentially going to blow out whilst you're turning. So give it a bit of a height difference for it to play against. So like here. Just remove a bit of the meat. Swap back to the bowl gauge, or Egypt gouge. Steady up to the centre, because the centre is where it's spinning the slowest. So now we'll create a nice pleasing shape around the outside. Shape is individual, it's whatever you choose, what's pleasing to you. The beauty of wood turning is the fact that it's very individual. Try to keep the tool rest as close as you can whilst you're cutting to avoid overhang. We'll try and ensure you only cut on the bottom part of the chisel. If you think the wood's actually turning to meet it, if you're trying to cut on the top of it, then you're going to get a catch. Turn the rubs up a bit. 15,000 now. So try and take slow and precise cuts, like the best that your abilities will allow you, because the slower you can do it, the better finish you're going to get. And obviously, on this, you can see on this one, it's not particularly the best. Again, as you get to the edge, slow down so it doesn't blow out, and also so the gouge does not fall off the end. Okay, just going to refine the shape a little bit now, then I think we'll be done with that side. Still got a couple of high spots, so let's take them out. For some reason I'm getting a little vibration, I'm not sure why. Okay, so we'll finish on that. So what we'll do now, perhaps take a little bit more time, refine the edge, sand it down, sand and sealer, and then we'll move on to following it out. So let's swap this over. I would say that was intentional, but I think I need to widen that a moment. So when I cut the mortise for this, I didn't cut it wide enough. So we'll remount this one and we'll just make the opening a little wider to fit it on. Hopefully that now will have corrected it. Try it before we take it out. Yeah, they apply like a wax coating on the outside if you buy them from shops. It protects it and allows it to dry evenly between the long grain and the short grain. Yeah, I believe you can. I would imagine places like Yandles or... Not here. Oliver, do we do like a wax coat and wax paint for the...
Yeah, Yandles definitely.
Make sure that's nice and tight in there. Start off with the same process and give it a facing cut. A bit high. to hollowing out. Turn it back up to 1500 revs. And this is a skill I acquired from Greg yesterday. When hollowing out, just take slow, concise passes, gradually getting deeper as you go through the bowl, and then you'll get a nice even cut towards the end. Whereas I was trying to chip away at the top and work my way deeper down the bowl. And that's how I was getting sort of wavy lines in different thicknesses, and I was having to take more time sanding to get rid of them using the bowl scraper. But this way, you're getting nice, even flowing lines. Try not to be too greedy when you're taking out, which is why I was getting vibrations back then.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the D&M Tool Show here at Kempton Park. We hope you're having a good time with us this afternoon. There's still plenty of time left in the day to get that new tool that you've desperately waited for. The show doesn't close till 5 o'clock this evening. And it's time for our tools before. There's lots going on. There's demonstrations on the ground floor, the first floor, and also outside, of course, around by the parade ring. And also in the walk marquee, there's demonstrations going on in there. And we've still got woodworking live going on above the record power suite. So lots to see, hand tools on the first floor, sorry. So plenty of time to grab that bargain today, and of course we'll be back in tomorrow.
So this technique is definitely the way to go, because you can see from the pleasing shavings that are coming off. Just a little bit too high there, so you readjust the banjo and the tool, right? It's not showing my tape again. Just take stock to see how thick it is and what sort of bowl we're actually after. And just a little bit more to take off. It's thick at the bottom still. Okay, so once you've got a shape that you actually like and you've done sanding, you've got it nice and pleasing for yourself, because that's what you're doing it for, primarily you're doing it for something that you like. What we'll do then is you'll sand up to probably 400 grit sanding sealer, back from 400, perhaps 600, and that's where we are at the next stage. So, this, like I said, this has been sanded up to 600 grit, been sanded and sealed, and what we're going to do now is enhance the natural beauty of the wood. I don't know if the camera's picking that up at the moment, but I think it looks so good as it is. What we're going to do is, advised by Scott, the flat blue light turner, we're going to go with blue. Hope you feel better, buddy. This is ash. Quite a nice open grain, it takes colour really, really well. As John advised earlier on, what you do is you fold a piece of kitchen roll, blue roll. Nice little dollop, apply it liberally, rub it into the grain, spreading it around. I think, as you can see already, it makes a striking difference. I think it makes something that's already really beautiful just stand out from the crowd. And because it's an unnatural colour to see in nature, I think the blue works really well. Now, I won't be able to finish the foot because it's hidden by the chuck at the moment. But what we'll do is we'll carry on around that and I'll finish that off the camera after the demo's finished. As you can see, while I'm rubbing it in, it's actually soaking into the grain and the grain's picking it up quite spectacular doing this job.
I'm not going to use it to correct, so I'm just going to use it to I know with the bottom of activity, the softer it is, and actually...
Now you could colour the wood and then put the wax on top. That's always an option, as I did with a piece this morning. and then kept fighting with what I wanted to do on the inside, but I left it natural in the end. Okay, so leave that to just air dry for a few seconds. Grab yourself another piece of cloth. Yeah, sand it sealer first. Because you only want it to actually go into the grain as opposed to actually into the. I'll turn this up as fast as the ladle goes. What you want to melt the wax into the grain. So I'll just go 1800 beds. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but you can see the shine appearing. You have to be careful here because there's a little bit of a lip. It's the work at your own discretion when you're around by the chuck. Paying particular attention, but wax is quite slippery, so your fingers could slip, so be advised. Do only what you feel comfortable in doing. I think it speaks for itself. Yeah. And there we go, guys. Just a bit of how to make something quite simply within an hour and get quite a pleasing result. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much. Any questions? What I'll do is I'll probably put down Longworth chalk and finish the actual foot, and then maybe give it a coat of my crystalline wax, or maybe like noodle wax off a stick, and then just turn it up and brace it. But pretty much that's finished as it is, because the embellishing wax is a wax, so it's going to seal it. So I think that looks really quite stunning. Anyone wants to come up and have a look, feel free. Thank you.
I'm not done yet. I want to use it.